Okay, sorry that took so long. I had to get some technical stuff set up. Alright, so what I am doing today is finishing setting up my technical stuff because I thought I was there and I wasn't. Because I have to be on my channel and I have to be on this video so that I can see if anybody is with me during this live video. And also, like yesterday, I had a couple people that were chatting with me. That was a lot of fun. So thank you, Darla, and thank you, Gigi, for chatting with me yesterday and making it a really fun experience. So today is Junk Journal Planner Bullet Style Prototype 3. Now previously in other videos, and I do have quite a few videos, so if you're new to my channel, I encourage you to go take a look at my other videos. I have some interesting playlists that you might want to look at, and I have what I think are some interesting shorts, and obviously some other folks think so too, because one of them has 5K views on it, so that was pretty interesting. And of course that one was my husband loading the motorcycle onto the toy hauler. Go figure, he gets all the views. The San Diego Whale Show didn't do too bad. The chickens don't do too bad. So I've got some shorts that some folks have thought were interesting to view. For this prototype 3, this one is based off of mostly 49 Dragonflies planner files. Now she has several that I purchased. Whisper of Wings. Let's see if I can see real quick what else I purchased. Because knowing me, I won't get this in the description. So I used Dreaming of Summer, Gatsby's Garden, Keeper of Memories, Lemon Birds, On My Desk, Scrapbook Planner. I'm not sure I used Secret Garden. I gotta look at that. Stay for the Winter, Winter Wonderland, Woven Dreams, and Whisper of Wings, like I said. Secret Garden. Oh yes, I did use Secret Garden. Man, the graphics on that are just beautiful. Just beautiful. I was just looking here real quick to see, oh man, there's more beautiful graphics that I should print out and use in this journal. Yeah, this is probably my favorite because it has a Greek type look to it. Alright, I'm rabbit trailing here. While I was in San Diego for Christmas vacation, I purchased some items, a t-shirt for my husband and my elephant poo paper. Haven't talked about the elephant poo paper for a long time. And due to that purchase, I got this bag. And I knew yesterday that I wanted to use this bag for this journal. I wanted it to be a paper bag, and this was the only paper bag I had that was close to the size that I wanted. Now, so far, I haven't been able to bring myself to covering up this lion. I have been going back and forth thinking I should put some fabric on here. Maybe I'll cover up my stitches. But to be honest with you, I really don't want to cover up my stitches because look at that. That's one of the best jobs I have ever done. I went really slow and I was really careful with this one. And I did measure a lot. I don't know if I measured well, but I did measure a lot. So This one, I mean, that one is just a little bit high. That looks straight across. This is some great stitching for me. I could show you some others that don't look as good. And this is the first time that I've done this type of stitch, where you start at the bottom, you go to the next hole, then the next hole, then the next hole, so on and so forth. And then when you get to the top, you come down and go to the next hole, and the next hole, and the next hole, so on, so forth. That was so nerve-wracking. I didn't go to bed until 4 o'clock last night because I used the thought process that it is best to sew in your last signature first. And I still have string danglies because I haven't decided if I want to do anything with them yet. But I don't like one string dangly being really super longer than the others. Okay. Now, I feel like there's too much space in between here and here. But part of me said, well, maybe that will be beneficial for as I start putting ephemera into the journal. This is a 1-year planner. This is not a quarterly. Now the signatures are set up quarterly. That's why there's 4 signatures. I don't think I've ever done 4 signatures. I think the most signatures that I've ever done was 3 signatures. Lots of glue and dust. So I'm not sure if this is an oops, because actually it looks like, well, it doesn't look like it on the outside. Kind of does look like there's more space for these in here and then this, but I mean, like I said, this is my first attempt at this. This is just a journal card in the making. I was imagining that this would say task up here. So let's go ahead and flip through this. I've done a little bit. While I'm working with it, I like to fold that under because I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with the cover. Now, it is nice that it will lay flat wherever I'm at. It will lay flat. So that's great. Let's start from the top. I did have to adjust my fold here, so I'll just put some, if I decide to leave this, because gosh, I sure do love that. And I'm thinking I'll end up reinforcing it this way by putting something here. Because I feel like it needs just a little bit of reinforcement. I do like, sorry, keep rubbing it because it feels like there's dust on it. I do like, you know, the squishiness of it and the flexibility. I like that a lot. Still have my pencil marks, have to deal with that. I mean, I got to the point where I was just like, don't worry about the pencil marks showing. They have to happen for me to try and do a good job. So I really need to get a better eraser than the one I have, and then I'll work on getting those erased, and then I'll think about, you know, if I want to do something else. Like I might put some lace here because my holes are kind of rough. I don't know if that's me, something I did wrong, but I'll bring that closer to the camera. That's just kind of rough to me. All right, this is Whisper of Wings, and then I, like every other digital, I put 1 or 2 other pieces of paper in here. So this is a piece of ledger paper that I printed a digital from, probably this one looks like it might be Scrimping, Create with Scrimping Mommy. I almost thought it was going to come to me, but I lost it. it could be Roxy's Creations too. And then here's another. Now there's 2 kits that I have kits to, like the backgrounds and the planner files. Most of them I only have the monthly planner files because I want a year's worth of planning in one journal without it being super huge. I only am doing the monthlies. So we saw the monthly here for this one. Then you've got a couple, I call these journal pages. This one, like I said, I bought the whole kit, so I've got ephemera to it. This is actually from December, and but this is the ephemera from the wings of Whisper of Wings. This is a piece of ephemera. This is a piece of ephemera. I took this and I kind of like was trying to do like the Starbucks thing where they have the coffee holder rings, and I covered this with clear embossing powder, and I used the Distressed Embossing Dauber by Ranger. Now at this point this product gets 1 star from me, and that's just because of the ingenuity of it. Because the first time I used it, I don't really remember, but I don't remember a bad experience. But today when I opened this up and I tried to daub it, nothing was coming out. So I kept pushing, and then I kind of squeezed and the top came off. And then I had, what is this called? What do we call this? Clear embossing, you know, ink all over the place. And that's why this thing looks really, really, really shiny, because it's got a ton of this stuff on it. And I put clear embossing powder on it twice, and it's finally starting to not feel wet and sticky. So hopefully I got that accomplished. But for right now, this product has 1 star from me until I try it again and see if you know, there's something else I can do to make this product work better. I'm open-minded to the idea that it might be user error. Hi darling, nice to see you again. Thanks for joining me. Alright, so like I said, in between calendars I've got what I call journal pages, and this is a print that I did. Now this is the digital. I'm not going to try and remember each one of these digitals, but they are in 49 Dragonfly's shop, and I wanted to showcase her planner files because when I came up with the idea of doing junk journal planners back around December, I just started researching who all had planner files, and Barbara does a lot with 49 Dragonflies. Now this is my play paper that I got from Roxy Creations. I've talked about this in a couple previous videos. This one, what I have decided to do is I am going to, I don't know, I'm afraid I have not totally decided yet, so don't listen to me. This side looks really good, so I know what I'm going to do. I am going to glue this down to give this more support. So I need glue. We are going to work in this a little bit. This isn't just going to be a flip through. Like I said, I was up till 4 o'clock in the morning working on this thing, and it was pretty much from scratch. All day yesterday, after my my video that I did yesterday for Roxy's weekly challenge, I started working on this. I'm just going to leave those creases in there because I liked it. Now, I had said in a previous video, I'm being real careful with this, is that I am calling this my play paper. Because in Rachel's words, this paper is not real precious. Now this paper is from 1929, so that's pretty old. I love that you can see the dates. So I'm just going to glue that like that for the purpose of reinforcing. And then I'm going to glue this to make a little pocket. So I'm going to carefully, if I can keep from tearing it with my trimmers, you know, because my trimmers just sort of, and it causes me to spill coffee and it causes me to tear paper when I didn't want to tear paper. There's lots of times when we want to tear paper. So how's everybody doing today? It's a beautiful Sunday here. The temperature is supposed to get up to 81 degrees. Okay, I didn't really like covering up that date, but it is what it is. And I don't think I should have put glue right there. I'm just going to let that pop up a little bit. Let's see if I got glue all the way to the edge here. Now, let me think here for just a second. I need to see if I can get my mouse to work. I need to look at these kits. I think I'm losing battery. Okay, I just want to see if I can figure out what the paper is for this one. So, is this Dreaming of Summer? No. I know it's not that one. Keeper of Memories. Nope. Lemon Birds, I know which one that is. On My Desk, I think I know which one that is. Stay for the Winter. Maybe Woven Dreams. Nope. Oh, this is amazing. How? That is so pretty. Almost have memorized which one I use for which. Like Stay for the Winter, I actually use that one for Easter, for April. And I know Easter is in March this year. That sounds comfy. Yeah, Darla, that's what I would have done. Okay, I'm not finding that, so I'm not gonna do that right now. I am a little worried about using this for a pocket, so I will come up with an idea for to reinforce that. Okay, so this is my March, and I'm pretty much decided that I'm not going to fill these in. I may come back and do months. Yeah, I will come back and do months. I also have to do tabs. I'm going to do a tab for each month page, and that's it. So this is, of course, straw paper. This is from not Reader's Digest, National Geographic. It had a lot of articles on Italy and had some beautiful pictures of Italy. See, I've got some messy look here. Not sure. Probably end up putting lace or washi tape in those areas. Oh dear, and here I've got a complete, this is a big no-no with me. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to do something with that. Okay, and there's the other side of that Reader's Digest. I don't know yet whether I'm going to use this as an extension or a side pocket, side tuck. I just love this. This is a great writing spot. Lots of stuff to do in here. See what I mean about the Greek slant on this kit? Here's that. I'll figure out something to do on the other side of there. Here's a little bit of ephemera in a corner pocket. I am going to make this into a little notebook. So let's work on that. I have not the notebook I wanted. Will you close that door for me? I'm doing a video. My hubby just came home and he's busy working on the water pump. These are too thin. This piece would be good. Too thin. Maybe. These would be good. Use that one and some of that. Okay, so I definitely would want a piece of these. I'm not going to put any duplicates in. This is too small. This will be good, and this will be good. I don't need this to be too fat, so these torn off a little bit. I'm out of space. I don't want this to go past about 3 1/4 because it's got to fit in the pocket. So 1, 2, 3, need about that much. usually measure, but I am this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll tear it right there. Oh, and oh my gosh, trying to sew, that is so hard for me. I used this, I did a lot of firsts with this. It was the first time that I've used, hi Christine. Oh, very good. Thank you for watching it. Do you do lives every day? No, Darla, I don't. I was doing every day, but I never do at the same time because I have a business and so a full-time job, and so this takes, you know, second fiddle to my job, and it's just too much, you know, making sure that I get everything scheduled and accomplished for my job, that I just don't have the gumption to do that for the videos. But like when I do Junk Journal January or something like that, or when I did December Daily with Tracy Fox and Ephemerember with 49 Dragonflies, well, that one actually wasn't a daily. So, but I did a lot more videos then. So now I'm doing videos. I'm trying to do Saturdays for Roxy's weekly challenge, Wednesdays for Margaret Miller weekly challenge, and then as needed for this series that I'm doing on junk journal planners. So with these, I've ended up doing 2 to 3 videos for each planner. And I could come on at will. Like I almost did an extra video when my order from Italy came in, but I just grouped it together with Margaret Miller. Thanks for asking, though. That was a good question. I'm glad you caught me, too. I have been trying to remember to ask people to hit that bell because of the fact that I'm not regularly scheduled. Boy, that was a bit of a tongue twister. Because that might help. I don't know. I don't use the bell because I'm not a big fan of notifications. I get enough of those for work. So Christine, Darla was here with me yesterday when I was doing my video, and along with another gal by the name of Gigi, and we had a great chat. It was a lot of fun. Mostly talked about the chickens, I think. Okay, so when I put that in, that's all going to hang out very nicely. For this, I'm just going to staple. I might come back and do something a little bit more fancy, but for now I'm going to staple. Oh, thanks, Darla. And I will be decorating this a little bit more, but I want to make it through the rest of the planner. Okay, let's see, let's cover up the glue real quick here. I'm saying okay a lot in this video. I try really hard to not say that over and over again. I try really hard to not use crutch words in general. Because I won't complain at other YouTubers for doing it, but it kind of drives me nuts sometimes. It's really hard to not do that. I could turn this way. I might like that better. I feel like this is not... There we go. Yeah. Oh, now I'm sorry that I... Alright, I will end up putting something right there, like a little flower or something, and to cover up that staple. And then I'll probably end up putting a little pocket right here. In fact, let's put this away because it's in my way. I could find something small over here. Small. I need small. Yeah, I was thinking about one of these maybe. And I could put this in here, cut it off a little bit, and make that like a side tuck. Okay, I don't want it to go all the way up. I'm gonna move this thing out of my way. Ooh, it's getting warm in here. So, would you guys like to share with me your junk journal journey? A crafting case on wheels. What is the paper beside the page you're working on? Oh, this right here. This is a gel print, and this gel print was done on wet strength tissue. And I'm gonna do something with that. I did something with the other side, but I haven't done it with that side yet. So if I do this, then that would stick over the top, and I don't want that to happen. So I am going to have to trim this for me to be happy. Hopefully I did straight. Straightish. Alright, that means I need to get the trimmer out and fix it. I have my little trash basket here. Oh, you can't see it. It's right there. I made this with one of those Kleenex boxes, the square cube. I know, that's about the same timeline as me, Darla. I started, I want to say November of 2022, I want to say, is when I started. I was a Stampin' Up demonstrator, and somehow I got, I wanted to do one of Tina Zink's planners. That's not what she called it. It was a folio or something like that. And I did that and gave it to my sister as a gift. And I was just so tickled how it turned out. And somehow from there, I started ending up seeing junk journal videos. And that was history for me, boy. Never gone back. I mean, I do some cards still. and I still have some stuff. I still have a lot of my Stampin' Up inks and stamps and embossing folders and masks and all of that stuff. More times than not, I ink with Early Espresso Stampin' Up ink. But recently I have purchased some. See, I'm just going to do that as like a side pocket here. Okay, let's see if I can make this look nice. How about you, Christine? I'm reading the chat pretty regular. I'd love to hear what your junk journal journey is. I've talked to you several times, and I know you like some certain things. I sent you some ephemera. Have you had a chance to do anything with the ephemera? No worries if you haven't. I just love how you say you're addicted now, Darla, because that's exactly what I feel like. I am. It's an addiction. Okay, now my little notebook is done, and just for a temporary fix, I'm going to put just a little bit of washi tape there. I want to use some of my, I have planner washi tape. I didn't mention in the last video, or probably even the one before that, but I still do have a little bit of time left on my probationary period for trying to be an Amazon affiliate. So if you see any products that you like and you're going to buy them off of Amazon anyways, would you please follow my Amazon affiliate link and purchase it through my Amazon affiliate link? Now, typically, I don't push this kind of thing because I'm not a used car salesperson type of person. I don't really sell anything. I mean, I sell some ephemera, and I'm trying to sell some of my journals, but that's just so that I can have more money for stash. But anyways, I'm pushing the affiliate thing right now because I'm on a probation period, and it's been like 4 months and I haven't made any sales. So I'm supposed to make a certain amount of sales, and if it doesn't happen, then I can't be an affiliate. I'm not worthy of being an affiliate, which makes sense. I'm fine with that. And it doesn't look like it's going to work at this point, but every once in a while I will remind people, and we'll see if maybe somebody needs a printer and some other big items, and I can make that quota within the rest of the time I've got left. Last time I think I had 3 months left, so I probably have about 2 months left. But it doesn't cost anything extra to use YouTubers affiliate links. In fact, I do it. Like if I know I need something, I sit here and think, okay, who do I know that has an Amazon affiliate link? And then I go And even if they don't have it listed, like say when I got my printer, actually I bought that one locally, but if I would have bought it off of Amazon, I would have gone to somebody like maybe, I don't know if Gail has one. I think Julie does, but she's overseas, but I think it still counts. Anyways, you follow their Amazon link for, say, paper. And then while you're on their Amazon link, you search for, say, a printer. And as long as you followed their Amazon link to Amazon and then search for what you needed while you were still on their Amazon link, then they'll get credit for that, even though they didn't have it listed. I made gnomes for 3 years. Well, I hope he's not crazy. Yeah, in the description, it will say some products I use, and it will say things like Barely Art Glue, or Glitter Art Glue, or I don't know, I'll have to look. And so it's supposed to automatically show that in all my descriptions as a default, but I may have to check that and see if there's a problem with that setup. Okay, so here we have some more ephemera. I think I probably put that up too high. So when I go to make something, it's going to have to be something that is super, super short, like something like that would work. So I'll just leave that there. This is an envelope that was in the ephemera kit. So this all needs some more work on it. That's the first signature. This is the second signature. And if you guys have any ideas of what you think would look cool, jump out and let me know. Also, I wanted to also say, and try to remember to say this during every video, if I am showcasing something like 49 Dragonflies, or you know, Roxy Creations straw paper, or something like that, if somebody has an Etsy shop and I'm showcasing something that is your stuff, or Ko-fi shop or whatever, I welcome you to put in the comments your link. Of course you can't link in the comments, but you could still go get like a Bitsy, is that what it's called, that little short link, and you could copy and paste it into the comments, and people could just copy and paste it into their browser. I'm perfectly fine to toot people's horns for stuff that I use, and if I don't remember to do it, then by golly, you're more than welcome to come on to my YouTube channel and do it yourself. In fact, I think that's a great idea, because then I get, you know, the algorithm stuff from you doing that. I keep thinking what I'm going to do is get my little block letters and put that in, because it'll be a little bit messy, but I think it will look fun. And what I mean by my block letters, I'm looking for them right now. Are these. These aren't the ones that I wanted to buy. Thanks, Darla. So, you've been crafting for 5 years, Christy, making journals for 2. Very cool. How'd you get interested in gnomes? Okay, so like this is April. So you have these little things. I'm just gonna try it, guys. Maybe not, because you know, with my hands are weaker than what they used to be, and these things are a bear to get apart. And I don't mind, you know, I'm not a big person on nails, but I don't like them to be all broken and yuck. So let me think what I might have. Yeah, this never mind, this isn't going to be a good idea, because these things are a bear to get apart. But Like, so I would spell out April, and then it would be April there, and dip it in ink and go boop, and it would have the word April there. So I am going to do that. I've decided. I'm just not going to do it on camera. Darla, did you say that you're working on building a YouTube channel, or do you just have a YouTube channel that you kind of dabble with? Because I'd be happy to go take a look and get you some viewership and subscribe and all that fun stuff to help you get it going. Okay, now what I was trying to do was, I've got these papers over here, and they're the other half of some of these calendars, or actually they're the other half of some of the weeklies, because I do have some of the weeklies. I didn't want to turn this into a weekly and daily because that would take up too much space. So here we have, but I already have this one. I've seen it, so I don't want to use this one again. I already have this. This is a digital from Louise. She's the one who does the Ephemerember with 49 dragonflies. This is the Poppy digital, the Poppy planner kit. Gatsby's Garden, that's what this is. I already have this. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I was going to maybe see if I could use the other side of these things. This is gorgeous. I don't think I have this one in here anywhere. Isn't that gorgeous? That's going to be October. October is going to be the start of the last quarter. My pages are curling. I'm going to have to figure that out. This is beautiful. I love this digital. This is from Scrimping with Create with Scrimping Mommy. Are you in that group, Christine? I don't know if I met you there or not. Oh, what a fun story. All right. So there's this part of that right there. What I was thinking about doing was a pocket. So take something within the general area of that and do a pocket. This one I did put in a habit tracker. I don't have habit trackers for every month, but I decided I would go ahead and put them in for any place that I had them. I think if I put a pocket here, that will help that to not curl. So we're going to turn this into a pocket. I just love everything on this digital. I am so eclectic, you guys. I just love, I'm not into shabby chic as much. I was in the beginning. I did try some doing folios, and it's just way too much measuring and precise requirements for me. I'm going to turn this into a bit of a gusseted pocket. So what's your style? You know how I got started on doing videos? Is as a Stampin' Up demonstrator, I wanted to do Facebook Lives because it was kind of all the rage with the other Stampin' Up demonstrators. And let me back up a little bit. Prior to all this, I hated having my picture taken. Hated it. I was the one who would always hide. And then as my kids got older and I started having less self-esteem issues because I met the love of my life, and he has no critical spirit towards me at all. None. And he just really was a self-esteem booster. He still is. I shouldn't say was. And that helped a lot. Let's see if I can hold still enough to do what I need to do here. And then as my kids were older, I was like, we need to have pictures together. We need to see each other together happy. And so I started not hiding when it came to picture time. Okay, I want this to be right on the edge. All right, I was going to make a, that almost would be a good writing board right there, but I had other plans for it. Maybe I will do that as a writing board. My kids don't like him. They don't like my husband because he doesn't have filters. And so he's come a long way since he's been with me. You know, I'll tell him, Jeff, that's not appropriate. You can't say that in mixed company. And but he's the nicest guy you ever did meet. Would do anything for you that was within his limitations. He doesn't help people move and stuff like that because he has heart disease and diabetes and major problems with migraines, and then you know the diabetes causes neurological I was trying to use the wrong letter sound. And I think, so that's diabetic related. So I think the migraines are actually diabetic related. So some days he just feels awful. But he keeps going. He does the dishes now since we've gone full-time RV, and since he's been medically retired. So I still work full-time, and he's house mouse, which, you know, lots of folks have those roles reversed. I would never be comfortable with those roles being reversed in my life when I had children, you know, because I enjoyed being a mom. I enjoyed cooking, and I really used to love cleaning. I even did cleaning for a side job to bring in some egg money when the kids were little. So I like the way that looks. Oh, I wished I would have put in a notch in. Let's see if it's too late to put a notch in. I liked traditional roles when my children were young. No feminist here, but in many ways I enjoyed being a strong woman. In many ways I wasn't as strong as I should have been. So there's that. Oh, okay. Are you type 1 or type 2? He doesn't have to take insulin. So I always forget which one is which. This would look pretty here. Now I had decided with this the way I wanted to cut it out, because it wasn't really a traditional fussy cut. I had decided that I would put the tail right up against an edge and the foot right up against an edge. And I think that is really pretty, but it kind of blends in. So let's get a page. Oh, darn it. I just dumped a bunch of stuff on the floor because the pocket wasn't closed. Darn, darn, darn. That's going to be a lot to pick up. And it wouldn't be so bad if it did require bending over on the floor. And it's not one of my favorite things that I enjoy doing like nowadays. So here's some of my worm-eaten paper. Should compare this first. It's not really as long as I want it to be. I wonder if I got a longer piece. All of this is vertical. I mean horizontal. I mean, I don't know what I mean. That might look good. I want my worm-eaten paper. Alright, I have some more wormy paper here somewhere. I have wormy paper and elephant poop paper. I have all kinds of different paper. Where did you go? I had some pieces out. Maybe I could just go ahead and do it that way. It doesn't matter. Yeah, we can do it that way. Don't make your life difficult, Teresa. Jeff has AFib, so he has to take medication. So I guess he doesn't have AFib. Maybe I should say he has AFib issues. So, and he's had a, what do they call that one kind of stroke? Oh, I can't remember. But I think what they were saying caught your attention with the elephant poop paper. So you must not have been watching my videos around after Christmas when I brought the elephant paper home. Elephant poo paper home from I think we want it like that. And then we'll bring it down like that. I like the text though. So we'll do it like that. I can't think where it is, but at San Diego Zoo, no, TSR, it's like initials, and it's like a short stroke or mini stroke, or I don't know. It might be ischemic, yeah. So he has AFib, but he's had a stroke. So many things to learn words for. Hush, chicken. That's the noise I don't like. I think that's a rooster. It's just so annoying. I think he knows it too. He knows he annoys me. Yes, TIA. Thank you. I can't craft and remember my words. Yeah, he always say, you know, because UPS will bring some of his meds. We're with the VA hospital, and they'll deliver the meds. And so when UPS or FedEx or somebody comes with his meds, they'll say, Jeff, your drug dealer's here. I have to be careful who I say that around. They might not get the correct, what my connotation is. Okay, I'm going to do it like that. I think I'm going to give that a bit of an ink as well. Poor guy has to take so many meds. I'll bet you have to take quite a few too, Christine. The Lyrica for the neuropathy, and then to keep his AFib under control, to keep his diabetes under control. And then he's got a shot that he takes once a month for the migraines. That was a hard thing to figure out. And I always talk about this one just in case somebody else might be going through the same thing. My husband was very stubborn about this, and when they'd say, oh, you have a headache, he'd go, no, head pressure. I don't have a headache. And then somebody else would talk and they go, yeah, and you have ongoing headaches? And he goes, no, it's not a headache, it's head pressure. And I'm just sitting there going, oh my gosh. So finally we went to a specialist, because I got them to approve a second specialist, and for the most part he's gotten the best care by going out in the community. And what that means is when you're with the VA, cool. And you're still a nurse today, Darla? So what that means is that with the VA, you know, we usually go to the hospital for our unscheduled visits, and then we have a doctor assigned to us for our scheduled visits. And the doctor he has now for his regular physician is awesome. I like him a lot. But when he's had a so-called specialist at the VA, drove me nuts. I went round and round with that guy. And because it got to the point where I was journaling my husband's medical. Yeah, that's a long story. But anyways, the outside care doctor was great. Oh, very good. What special? Oh, nursing home. Okay, very good. Okay, I'm not ready to make a decision on these National Geographic pages as to whether I want them to be tux or which. So let's just go ahead and make it through here, because I've been yeah, me too. I've been chatting with you guys and looking through this for an hour and 5 minutes. I love this page. This is so pretty. This is more digital print on wet strength paper. I have something in here somewhere. Where'd it go? Oh, because I was, Darla, you'd asked me what that paper was. Okay, there's part of it right here. I thought I had a page like this, because I do it on copy paper too. Ooh, something like that would be a cool side pocket. Doesn't go there though. So I was saying how eclectic I am, and I enjoy all this old stuff, mixing digitals, newer digitals with well, what I want to say, real stuff. This is real stuff. And I'm getting away from digitals a little bit more and wanting to create my journals with more real stuff. Of course, the planners, like I did one planner where I created my own monthly and then I did weeklies. That was my first prototype. So if you look at my video that talks about the junk journal planner digital style, I think it was take 1, and it was my first prototype. And then Rachel with Roxy's Creation was doing her videos, you know, and she kept creating with this paper. And I was like, oh my gosh, I want some of that. So I was like searching all over Amazon, trying to find some, and on Etsy, and lately I've been looking on eBay. It's my personal preference not to use Temu. I used it once and then I did some more reading about it, and it's just my personal preference, my own little thing, that I don't want to use Temu and I don't want to use TikTok. So I didn't look for it on Temu, but I believe this is vintage graph paper because it feels old, has a nice texture to it and stuff. So anyways, when I placed my last order, I asked her if I could buy some of this from her, and she said yes. I was just reading your comment, Darla. So I'm just kind of waffling, as the English say, right now. Every time I close this, it feels like it's doing more of what I want it to do. What do you guys think? Should I keep the lion or should I cover it up with a beautiful fabric? I'm thinking just cover up with, start the fabric here and bring it in here, and then maybe put some lace here to cover that up, and then this side, I mean, I just really like that says San Diego Zoo because it's a memorabilia thing, but I'm not going to write in this journal because it's possible that I might put this journal in my coffee shop and sell it. So that was my intention when I got started, was to make this undated and unwritten in, so that somebody might want to buy this for, because you know, somebody could buy this now and they could start in March and then go all the way to February, and they could use it for a whole year, because I don't have it dated. I don't have any dated calendars in here. But I am going to put tabs, and this is going to be January and February, March, like that. Yeah, I love this line too. And on the other piece, I was just looking to see if, doggone it, I've got stuff on the floor, and actually it's under my pile of stuff that just fell. The other side has a rhinoceros on it. Isn't that cool? San Diego Zoo Safari Park. I'm just going to look real quick and see if my... Yes, it is. Okay, before you go, I'm going to share one more thing for Christine's sake. Here is my elephant poo paper. They sell this in the gift shop, and when we were on the tour, they were taking us around on a bus, one of those double-decker buses, around the San Diego Zoo. When we went by the elephants area, she told us the story about how, you know, elephants eat a lot, and so therefore they poop a lot. And so what they do is they recycle the elephant poo and they make paper. And I was like, oh, gross. And I was like, oh, that's disgusting. And we got off of the ride, the tour, and the idea was percolating in my head. And I was like, elephant poo paper. What a novel idea for junk journaling. All right. I told my husband, we're going to go buy some. So we went and bought some. And when I first bought it, I was like, I need to go wash my hands after I touched that. It was kind of gross to touch it. Now, it's not. I'm used to the concept now. So this, my friends, is what elephant poo paper looks like. See, it says right. Oh, I thought it said in here somewhere. Oh yeah, it says right here. Poo paper, recycled and odorless paper product made from elephant poo! Exclamation point. www.poopaper.com. We're number 1 at number 2! Exclamation point. That's their trademark. What do they call it? Their trademark saying, slogan. We're number 1 at number 2. Well, golly gee, if you got to be number 1 at something, why not number 2? So this side, it looks like mulberry paper. And this side, it is has a different texture. It's a really cool texture. I don't know, like burlap. Yeah. So, if you'd like to have some elephant poo paper, yes ma'am, send me a self-addressed envelope and I'll send you a couple sheets of elephant poo paper. You know, you got to have everything in your stash. And how many people can say that they have elephant poo paper in their stash? I know I can. All right, so in my description somewhere, there should be my address. I believe I put my P.O. box because that way I'll be sure to get something when we're traveling. Once a month, I have them forward that to me. Well, you can get it from San Diego Zoo, but you try that web address, www.poopaper.com. I may have said poo only once the last time, but it's poo paper. Talk to a toddler, they'll be able to straighten you out on it. So thanks guys for joining me today. It was another lovely chat, and I look forward to hopefully seeing what you're doing. If you are doing something, I would love it if you would take a picture of it and share it with me on Instagram, because that's one way, that's a good way for you to share things with me. I also do have a Facebook group called Junk Journal United. And if you posted something there, I would see it there as well. And you can share pictures there. So we could even have a Facebook chat there too. I keep that, due to my experience with Stampin' Up, I'm not afraid to have Facebook Lives on my Facebook group. Did it for years with my Stampin' Up Facebook group and never had any problems. Thank you, Jesus. But I don't perceive or expect that there's going to be any problems. So if anybody wanted to, you know, get your feet wet with going live, I'd be happy to sit there and be your audience. And there's that address for if you wanted to send me a self-addressed stamped envelope to get a piece of poo paper. That's 10400 Overland Road, number 280, Boise, Idaho 83709. So have a great